Hey everyone, it is Comic News. I'm Duke, and this is not Manos I have. Who the hell are you?
Captain Logan.
Never heard of you. So we're going to talk about news and all that stuff. One thing I need to get out of the way, I've been meaning to talk about this. We're only going to take 2 seconds. Vacuuminator asked me to do a vague teaser for him. Here it is. It's on the video. I can't remember what it's for. It's Kamen Rider related. I know that. Sorry it's taken this long. There. Have fun, folks. Okay, now let's get to news. Did anything big happen? Guy I don't know?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. It seems like it was something to do with, like, spaceships.
Are we talking about Stargate? Because I'm in.
Oh, yeah. No, we're not.
Damn it. How come we never get to talk about Stargate anymore?
I don't know, but the news is not that Disney bought Stargate and will be making more Stargate films.
Why do you have to crush my soul?
I'm just telling it like it is, dude.
We don't do that here. We're not real reporters.
Oh, all right. Well, so Disney bought Stargate, and they'll be making episodes 7, 8, and 9 of Stargate. So, skipping all the and they'll be making 7, 8, 9, and they will not have anything to do with the television show, and they'll be bringing back the entire original cast of the film from 1994.
That's hilarious, but then I realized, then we get no Michael Shanks, and that would make me sad.
Oh, well, that's true.
Okay, let's get serious. Yes, Disney bought Star Wars. I don't have a lot to say because I'm not a giant Star Wars fan.
And I did a 40-minute podcast on it already with Eric, so...
Yeah, I have one thought though. But besides the movie, which at this point there's a rumor that the writer's attached to Episode 7. He wrote Toy Story 3.
Right, I thought too.
But the movie's happening apparently, so that we can't do anything about it. I'm curious what this is going to do for comics and the Clone Wars series on Cartoon Network. Not that I'm a big fan, but did you ever watch Superhero Squad?
Yeah, I really liked the second season.
Well, but when that was on Cartoon Network, at least I've noticed this. Right after, Disney said, we own Marvel now. Cartoon Network aired that at times when I was never awake and a lot of people were never awake.
Oh, I didn't know
that. They tried to compromise it, so they had a right to, ditch it off. At least that's the big rumor. No, they didn't say anything, but it's kind of ironic that right after their big competitor, Disney, buys Marvel, they kind of try to make sure we can't watch Marvels. I don't know. It's weird. And I'm wondering if that's going to happen with that show, because that's a big show on Cartoon Network.
Well, a couple things about that. First of all, I've never heard any correlation whatsoever to Marvel cartoon shows being canceled because Disney bought them. I've never...
Again, I'm making it was a giant theory people were jumping. You know how we act.
I was just going to say I've never heard that, and that's not the only show that got canceled right at the same time. Also keep in mind that was around the same time that they also announced that they weren't bringing back Spectacular, and that they probably were going to go ahead and cancel Spidey's Heroes, and all of that was because of Lobes. So
yeah.
So I don't know, but I'm just saying that I'm not sure this will affect the Clone Wars series at all. Having said that, if it does, it got a 5-year run.
Yeah.
So I mean, even if it does get canceled because of this, I don't know if they were planning on continuing that, ad nauseum anyway. That was what Eric thought when I asked about it. Because when we did our podcast, I said the same thing. I was like, how's this going to affect that cartoon show? And he rightfully so said, well, I don't know if they're planning on doing much more than 5 or 6 seasons anyway.
And then with Dark Horse, all they've said is, yeah, this is news to us. We still have it for now.
Yeah.
We don't know what's going to happen, but hey, we're going with it.
From everything I've read, it seems like this has actually been in the works for a good year at least. And so I'm surprised that they kept it away from Dark Horse. I mean, they've been really hush-hush about it.
Well, I don't know. At least I'm paraphrasing. I need to find that statement they made. It's on some website. Probably their own, but I'm not that thorough, so.
Right? No. You're right. I'm just saying that they didn't seem to know, as far as I can tell. I'm a little bit surprised about that.
True, because they've had it for over 20 years now.
Yeah. It would be really, really. See, I'm okay with. By the way, let me just go on record and say I'm okay with Disney getting Star Wars, and I think that it's very possible we'll get some good Star Wars movies out of this.
Yeah, totally.
I think it would be crappy of them to take it away from Dark Horse and slam that company because that's their bread and butter, and Marvel doesn't need Star Wars, so. And if they do that, at the very least, please, dear God, keep some of those same writers and artists. Because I'm not a big Star Wars guy, but I know that like John Ostrander and guys like that, people love them on Star Wars, and they need to at least keep some of those creators and bring them to Marvel and make sure that they put out a good number of Star Wars books. Because my worry is that they'll do what they did with Boom, which is take it away from Boom, give it to Marvel, but then not publish anything. Because Marvel hasn't started publishing a bunch of Disney comics. They apparently have like a little bit, but they didn't bring aboard some of those great books that Boom had, like Darkwing Duck and DuckTales. Stuff people loved. I mean, like they didn't do real well in sales, but the people that were reading them really liked them. Mm-hmm. And if they were published by Marvel, they might sell better. So I'm just saying, at the very least, if Marvel gets Star Wars, please publish more than like one book a year and keep some of those creators on it.
Yeah, that I don't know how, but you've kicked my ass in this competition I just made up in my mind.
What were we competing for? What did I win?
I don't know. I just made it up. I'm working out the details. Quit rushing me, man. I'm only human. You're a cyborg, I guess.
All right.
You're C-3PO, and I'm lazy Han Solo.
Oh man. Well, I think you being lazy Han Solo is hilarious, but I was hoping that I would get to be a cyborg that at least had heat vision.
Nope. Sorry, we can't afford that.
Oh,
we're on a budget here.
I can't be like the Rob Liefeld version of C-3PO. Did you know that if Rob Liefeld had a C-3PO, he'd have like laser guns on like both sides of his face, and he'd have like a walkie-talkie on his head.
I'm looking for this shit now. Liefeld.
No, you know that's not happened.
Maybe someone made it against us. Who knows?
The C-3PO / overt kill.
That'd be awesome, and you know it.
No, it would. It would. I'd be all over that.
If we need to convince him to go back to comics or whatever the hell he's talking about now.
If C-3PO were a bounty hunter,
yes,
that's what he would look like.
And he still talks the same. That's the funny part.
Yeah, right. He sounds exactly.
I'm going to kill you. Oh dear. It's great.
I'm going to kill you over and over and over again.
Yes.
That's right. I said over it again. Anyway.
You are a genius, sir.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate that. Well, that's because I'm a cyborg.
Okay.
Wait, what's next?
Bryan Singer to direct XMen. Brain broke, sorry. Days of Future Past.
Is that worth a round of applause? I think that's worth a round of applause. Yay!
I'll put in round of applause clips later.
Here's what I think. If the other one, if First Class had been directed by Bryan Singer like it originally was supposed to be, I don't think we would have gotten that much of a different film than what we got with Vaughn. And this is the very best thing that could have happened if Vaughn stepped off. If they'd gone for a third person, all bets are off at that point. Who knows what that movie would have been like.
It would be Bounty Hunter C-3PO.
Yes! No, it wouldn't have been nearly that cool.
You're right. They would have just gotten, like, tattooed Jar Jar or something.
Well, and you know they wrote the script, and if whoever they directed this kept with that same script, it probably still would have been a decent film, but one of those two guys needed to direct it, and I think it's really exciting that we're going back full circle with the film that is rumored, or maybe more than rumored, to be the thing that's supposed to fix some continuity mistakes. That's exciting.
I'm still wondering if, because time travel's involved, we'll see anyone from the other movies. Just randomly James Marsden shows up out of nowhere to say, I think Magneto's behind this.
Well, actually, it's been pretty close to confirmed, if not fully confirmed, that Patrick Stewart is in it.
Yeah, but I think Patrick Stewart's in every movie. We just don't see him.
No, but really, I think that because we know Patrick Stewart is probably going to be in this movie. I mean, because he came on record to say, "I'm doing this movie." If that's true, then I don't think he'll be the only one. Do you? I mean, there's been rumors of Famke Janssen. I think this is.
I'm having this really funny vision of him calling everyone to come in. James Marsden, I need you to assist me in the next X-Men film. Hold on, I'm at the drive-thru.
Hey, Patrick Stewart, while you're getting your fries, could you please call Bryan Singer and ask him if I have to fly a helicopter for 45 minutes this time?
Sorry, you are breaking up. I can't hear. Click.
Patrick, I'm not doing this movie if I'm flying ahead. Did you hang? Oh, God.
And scene. That was awesome.
But yeah, I want to see old Xavier and young Xavier on screen together.
That'd be great.
Yeah, that's exciting. Did you just do a Bane? That'd be great.
I didn't mean to, but yeah. I want this to be a part of Ra's al Ghul's destiny.
But of course!
There will be no survivors at the ticket booth.
The other thing I think is really exciting about Days of Future Past, this is neither here nor there, but now I don't know how close they're going to go to comic book Days of Future Past, considering that really the point of this seems to be to kind of, make all this crazy X-Men stuff more cohesive. But the 2 or 3 big characters from the future that feature in Days of Future Past haven't been used yet. Like Bishop and Cable and Forge. Like, we haven't seen those guys yet, and so they can actually use them and do them properly.
I'm all for this. I'm just in this to do the silly gag stuff at this point.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying.
No. That's why I'm glad I have you on sometimes, because sometimes we need to be focused.
Anyway, that is maybe the best news I've heard all month or more.
What if we told you, like, right now, the cure for cancer has been found?
Oh, well, I meant comic news.
Okay, well, we're never going to report that happens, so.
If the cure for cancer happened, that means that a lot more really cool directors might be able to direct things that would have otherwise died of cancer.
We're not going back in time to cure their cancer.
No, but if any directors have cancer now.
Okay, we'll put that on there. They're the top of the get the cancer cure list.
No, that's not what I meant.
No. It's already been set in stone,
okay.
Because I could set this stuff in stone, apparently.
Oh, all right. Wow, you're I didn't realize your powers were so extensive.
Well, when you do the show for this long, you get some tricks.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah, if you get 2 more guest appearances, you can move stuff 5 feet away from you with your mind.
Whoa.
I think. I don't know. The warranty's a little dodgy on that. We'll figure it out.
Okay. All right.
So, should we move on to the next thing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, Cap, take it, because I know, will be excited for this.
Oh, I can't wait, dude. I'm gonna buy this. So, Alpha is getting a miniseries. And it's very, very exciting about this, although, and really, I do mean that legitimately. There is an exciting thing about this.
I'm waiting to hear it, but okay.
And that is that means that whoever is replacing Peter Parker in
Superior.
I almost said spontaneous.
Well, to be fair, I haven't been calling it that. I've been calling it those joke names I gave it, like Amazing 2, Electric Boogaloo, and Spidey Goes Hawaiian.
Yeah. But yeah, so Superior Spider-Man is not going to be Peter Parker.
I think someone told me they confirmed it's going to be the 616 version of 29.9. I want to bring that up.
Well, yeah, no, we'll talk about that in a second, because I don't think that's as confirmed as other people are saying it is, although...
I know, I haven't found that.
That probably is who it is, but anyway, we'll get there. What I was going to say is, at least this means that it's not Alpha.
Yeah.
So that's good. Anyway, yeah, this is kind of a big who cares for me, and I don't think this book will sell. I don't think anyone will buy this. I will be very surprised if anybody buys this.
I have a question.
Yeah.
The article says his name is Andy McGuire.
Yes, he's Andrew Maguire.
Okay. Oh, wait, I didn't think of that. I'm an idiot. I was like, isn't his name Andrew? But wait.
But
to be fair, you've gotten me to call him Toby Garfield.
Yeah,
so.
he should be Toby Garfield, which would make him...
No. We need to give him a twin brother.
Oh, yeah. But he would not... Yeah, we could call him Beta.
I was going to say Omega, but Beta makes more sense, I guess.
Yeah, and not only... Well, he could only be Omega if their parents had no more children.
Yeah.
If they knew that they were having no more children. But anyway, but what I like about Toby Garfield is that automatically not only makes him the same namesake as Andrew Maguire, but it also makes it sound like he's named after two cats. I love that. It's fantastic. Anyway,
I guess.
So, what were we talking? Oh yeah, okay. So
I don't know anymore.
The Yellow Hera thing. Okay, 2099. First of all, the only thing that makes people think that is that apparently Slot did a tweet that he accidentally tweeted to everybody instead of a direct tweet. Let this be a lesson to you, kids. Use email.
I don't know what that is. I'm a young kid.
Yeah, but Slot's not.
He thinks like one.
I think it's funny when these people accidentally send things to everybody instead of direct tweets, and then like news gets out that's not supposed to get out. Like, I don't know if it was me. I mean, with all due respect to Dan Slott, I would be a little more careful about that sort of thing when it's like this big, important, sensitive information. But anyway, he said something about Miguel. No last name, used the word Miguel, and said something to an artist, I think, that a color need to be changed or something. Okay, this is directly related to what we were just talking about with Andrew Maguire. And that is that Dan Slott likes to play around with names. So can we be 100% sure that just because the guy's name is Miguel, it's gonna be somebody we know? I mean, like, it probably will be. I don't want people to come back.
He's Alpha's third brother.
Gamma. I don't want anybody to come back to me when this is revealed, 3-4 weeks from now or whatever, and be like, see, it is Miguel O'Hara. I bet it probably...
If it happens, go to Geekvolution and personal message Captain Logan.
Yeah.
Don't bother me.
But what I was gonna say is, so, like, it probably is him, but there's a good chance it's not, even so, right? I mean, like, because the thing is, who's going to care if it's Miguel O'Hara?
I don't care who it is at all. I've said, because when me and Manos talked about this new SpiderMan coming out,
right? My
reaction was, I don't care about any of this. Why should I speculate? I just don't care.
Yeah, well, fair enough. I want to know. I mean, like, yeah, I'm not going to read it. I don't care. But on the other hand, I don't like that they're doing it, and I want to know how badly it's going to get fouled up. You know what I mean? Like, I know that sounds terrible. I don't dislike Dan Slott. I just think he's been making some strange choices, and I think that it is really, really wrong. And I'm gonna go that far. It is wrong of them to have Spider-Man in Ultimate, and at the same time, Spider-Man in 616 not be Peter Parker if it happens for any amount of time at all. Having said that, I predict that Peter Parker will be back in the suit within 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, same here. It's like, it's whatever story they have planned, it's just going to be how long is it going to take for Peter to come back.
Yeah, I don't think Superior Spider-Man could possibly replace Amazing for more than a couple months, a few months, if not a few weeks. And I'm also considering the fact that they're doing Uncanny Avengers, and they're already bringing in Uncanny X-Men pretty soon. So it's not like they're replacing these major titles with other titles for a very long haul. We're getting other things. So, if Superior Spider-Man, like it could stick around, but I'm telling you, Amazing will be back on the shelves in a few months, I would assume.
Well, hold your word to it, I guess.
Well, I hope I'm not wrong. If I'm wrong, they're crazy.
Yeah.
They're crazy.
I need a drink.
Oh, I'm drinking right now.
See, that's what it takes to operate with me, folks. You need a stiff drink. Because talking about this stuff for too long makes that happen.
But speaking of the actual news article that we were supposed to be talking about here, do you know either of these creators?
Yes, FIALKOV is he's been kind of been around. He's not a big name, but he's been working on iVampire since it launched.
Oh, okay, cool.
Before they relaunched it, for the second time, he was writing the Doctor Who ongoing at IDW.
Was that any good?
You read some issues when he was doing the detective thing? That's him. You reviewed some. I know you did.
Of what now?
Of Doctor Who.
No, I didn't read that.
I swear you did.
You're wrong. I've never read any Doctor Who comics.
Maybe I'm going crazy. Who knows?
Well, I've read Star Trek Doctor Who.
I swear you have, dude. That's all I'm saying.
That's hilarious. I've not done that.
So, you know what? Someone send him the video if that does exist. I'm not going to do it.
I'm going to be blown away if there's a video of me reviewing a Doctor Who comic, because I've never read Doctor Who comics. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He did that, and he's been doing other stuff. He has a book coming out by Dynamite, and he's in no way a big name, but he's been getting work since like last year, really. Cause
and do you know Nuno Platti? Because I don't know that person.
No.
That's new to me.
Yeah, I know. I don't know at all.
Okay. Anyway,
I'm sure he's probably an artist whose name I'll never learn because it looks like it's hard to pronounce for me. Every artist at Marvel has an impossible to pronounce name. Well, every other artist. I've been noticing this pattern lately. I'm looking at you, David LaFlinte. You probably have no idea who the hell I am. You're not listening, but I'm looking at you. And you mentioned Uncanny X-Men coming back. Well, that's our next story.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that was our next story.
I don't pay attention to this list either, so.
So, hey, what do you think of Cyclops' new helmet?
I just don't. I don't think anything of this. Why? It looks so stupid.
I don't hate it. I gotta say, I don't hate it.
How can he see?
Yeah, that's a good. Well, and you know what? I'm gonna change your entire outlook on this, Duke. Are you ready?
No.
Look at it. Look at it. Okay, ready? It's Cyclops with the Judge Dredd helmet.
My mind's been blown.
But it is.
So Carl Urban's Cyclops now? We shouldn't tell Shades this.
Yes, Carl Urban is now Cyclops, and he is the law, even though he was recently incarcerated.
Oh, that makes it grander. By the way, I saw Dredd. That movie was amazing.
Yeah, it's great.
Yes. I've never seen a movie that actually, story-wise, gives you a reason why slow motion's happening.
Oh, yeah. Okay, now back to this. I gotta ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Just looking at this cover, this guy standing behind Cyclops on the right.
I was about to ask you.
Magneto. Is that Magneto?
It looks like an anime-looking Magneto helmet.
No, it looks like an Onslaught helmet.
Okay, fine. Maybe you win.
It looks like Onslaught.
I don't know who any of these people in the background are.
Yeah, I don't know any of them either. And it took me a good couple minutes with Cyclops.
No, this design's been floating around for months now since they announced Marvel Now.
I hadn't seen that, but I was reading this article, and the writer was, or was it Bendis? Who was?
It's I don't know. Bendis is writing it.
Yeah, I forgot who was talking, but I think it was Bendis, and Bendis was like, here's what I'm doing with Cyclops, and I looked at the cover and went, oh, that's Cyclops, okay.
Yeah, why is he wearing this?
Because he is the law.
Why did he become the law?
I don't know.
Who's the guy with the goggles in the background? Why is there an elf in the background behind Onslaught Magneto, possibly? What is happening?
Eric Lensher Onslaught.
Yes.
Eric quotations Onslaught Lensher.
I don't even, okay, between the guy in the goggles, and I'm assuming the woman next to Cyclops is probably just Emma Frost.
See, I don't know, though.
I don't know either, but it's assumptions. I'm
just teaming up with everybody that the police are after post Avengers versus X-Men, because if so, he's got Magneto and Emma Frost, and then is the girl behind possible Emma Frost? Well, and actually, now that I'm looking at it, she's got kind of a cutoff thing. Maybe that's Emma Frost. I don't know. But anyway, the girl behind her...
My brain hurts.
The girl behind her on the left has the hoop earrings like Jubilee.
I was about to say, I don't... First off, I'm convinced that's just a separate... I'm convinced that's just a severed floating head because we can't see the body.
Okay, anyway,
why don't you just talk about something? I'm going to see if there's any information on this cover and who those people are, because I have to know.
Well, okay. I got new shoes. That weird tweet I put was actually true. I did get new shoes, and also I think we might as well mention this. Gordon is our new president.
Yes, Gordon is our new president.
And he's already taken control of comic news. I currently have a shock collar on, and yeah, you'll get something in the mail about this too. Now that you officially work for us, Captain Logan, you signed the contract before you called. It was a one-click contract. It's weird.
I don't remember signing anything.
Okay, creepy Batman villain. I don't know. And
okay, so it looks like thanks for buffering. Okay, it looks like Magneto, Magic, Emma Frost, Cyclops. Although Emma Frost and Cyclops apparently are no longer romantic. But I don't know who the fifth person is. I don't know who the guy is with the glasses. But apparently Magic's in there, which makes
I'm guessing it's the elf woman that I mentioned before.
Magic was one of the Phoenix Five, so that makes sense. I should have called that. So Magneto is Onslaught now, and they really are just a bunch of refugees that were being chased at post-AVX.
Apparently Cyclops and Magneto have to wear headgear you can't see through.
Yes.
I can't imagine seeing through that helmet either.
Well, at least with the sort of pseudo Onslaught mask, you can see his nose and his mouth. So
$5 says his head. $5 says it's stuck on his head.
There's a gap that. Oh, that would be hilarious.
It looks so small and thin.
If Magneto had the same problem as like Rhino, where he's just like, I can't get my helmet off. So the plus side is that nobody's ever going to be able to read my mind. The minus side is I can no longer eat tacos.
No! Now I just want a panel of him trying to eat one and then just on his knees screaming.
Duke, in all seriousness, what in Marvel Now are you going to be reading, do you know?
Let's see, Uncanny Avengers, that started. Hold on, there's a checklist I've been going through. It is. Let me go find it. There's a checklist I've been going to. One moment here. The magic of listening to a guy find something. I gave the first issue of Deadpool a shot.
Oh, how was that? Because I almost bought that.
I am not the person you should ask, because I'll say this. It was a lot of fun. I don't care for the character at all.
Yeah. He's not my favorite either, but was it good?
Yeah, it was good. I'm not going to take that away. It was really fun.
I'm buying that, because I thought it was really cool that they hired a comedian that's never written for comics before.
They hired two comedians.
Oh, they hired two comedians.
Yeah, Brian Posehn's writing it with Gary Dugan. I guess I think he's a comedian. I follow Patton Oswalt and Brian Posehn. They always retweet that guy.
Okay, I thought he was writing it on his own. I didn't know that.
No, he's co-writing it with a buddy of his. Let's see. I'm definitely giving Fantastic Four and FF a shot.
Oh, really? Okay.
Captain America and an Indestructible Hulk.
Indestructible Hulk. That's a great title.
I know. Thor, both, whatever Hickman's doing. Young Avengers.
Oh, wow. So you're reading a bunch of stuff I'm not reading.
And because this seems so random, Guardians of the Galaxy by Brian Michael Bendis, which has Iron Man in it.
And I don't like that, but I may be reading that book too.
I've been on record to say I'm not a huge fan of Bendis, but I'll give that a shot because I loved Guardians of the Galaxy, the series that happened a few years ago that got canned because they're idiots. Give Dab Nandit and Handy Laddie more work.
What's really funny is I'm very seriously thinking of going the opposite direction and reading more of the Avengers titles because...
like I said, I'm reading the two Avengers books.
Oh, you're doing everything Hickman's Okay.
Yeah.
Hickman's pitches for those sound really interesting.
Everything he says is it. He could pitch me the perfect fruit salad and all.
And I think I'm going to follow Remender pretty hard too. I'm at least going to
Captain
America. I'm not going to do the FF books this time just because I'm reading too much other stuff. But I mean, I'm not uninterested.
I love what Hickman was doing with that title.
Me too.
I'm curious in both directions what FF and Fantastic Four are doing, which is strange because I was not a big fan. I'm not always a big fan of traveling through space.
No, but I am a fan of saying traveling through space like that.
I know. That's the ironic part with me. And you have to take the breath halfway through it. It's what gives it its silliness. But if anything, I'm going to at least look through FF as long as Mike Allred's there because I like looking at his art.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah. And yeah, that's about it.
Well, anyway, I was just curious.
I think there's another book I might look at Uncanny X-Force with Sam Humphries and Ron Garney, but that's a kind of an if at the moment.
Geez, really? We're going to have 3 books with the word uncanny in them? That's crazy.
Continuing, okay. So what were we even talking about? I'm lost. Oh yeah, Bendis, Uncanny X-Men, and this team that I'm not a Bendis fan. I'm not a big X-Men guy. So when I heard he was doing a lot more X-Men, that was like saying, "Hey Duke, by the way, we moved the couch." Okay, I don't care. I didn't have to move it and make people wait an hour, so.
Yeah, I'm thinking about trying at least one of Bendis' X-Men books. I mean,
all new X-Men confuses me.
Me too, and I gotta know. That's the thing.
I'll wait for you to look at it, and then you can explain it to me, and we can make that a comedy video.
I'm going to buy the first issues of some of these. There's a part of me that almost wants to drop a few things just to buy a bunch of first issues of Marvel now, just to review them. But I don't think I'm going to do that, but I'm going to read a few things. I read Iron Man and thought it was pretty good.
After hearing you talk about it, I'm curious to check it out.
I don't know if
I'm just not a big fan of Greg Land.
I thought he did okay.
Okay, that gives me some kind of... Well, I don't know, because knowing what Greg Land's known for, I highly doubt he can make Iron Man do any porn poses. I hope.
In that suit?
He probably found some like parody porn and just worked with it, but who knows? He's insane.
Well, you want to go to the goofiest thing we'll talk about all week?
Why not? I'm always ready to do that. Again, it's me you're talking about. Okay, so Marvel now is launching Fearless Defender. God, that title's so stupid.
Oh, you know what? I forgot about that article. I was talking about something else, but yeah, okay.
Okay, thank you. I think this is silly too. The title, at least.
Fair enough. Yeah. So Cullen Bunn's got another book.
How many does he have now? He's worse than Nick Spencer was last year. Nick Spencer had like 5 books.
I think I'm not going to call Fearless Defenders that goofy of a title, mostly because I think I know where it comes from.
It comes from that Fearless book. I know that.
Yes, Cullen Bunn did a book called Fear Itself: The Fearless. And he, in one of the interviews I did with him, he said that it was never supposed to be called that. He said it was supposed to just be called The Fearless, but then they made it a Fear Itself tie-in. And I think that this is kind of him getting to do sort of the book he wanted to do with that, moving forward. And I don't know. I still don't love the title. I'm with you, but
admittedly, I'm interested to see hot women fight ninjas.
Yeah, that's always fun. But why didn't they just call the book The Fearless? Why does it even have to have Defenders in it?
Yeah, because Defenders didn't sell at all.
No, it didn't sell, and so that title's not going to help it. I don't think this will sell well, unfortunately. And the thing is, he's building a team from scratch. Why does it need to have the word Defenders in it? Just call it The Fearless.
Yeah, I was talking to Dan a few hours ago, and he was like, "You don't call a team book Defenders without Doctor Strange in it. You just don't. That makes no sense."
Yeah, now they're just pulling random names, or pretending like they're random names. They're like, well, that book didn't sell, so now we can just pretend like Defenders was never a thing.
Yeah, we need to change Geekvolution to Geekvolution Defenders.
Or the Fearless Geekvolution.
That'd be great. You are indeed fearless. You are all fearless. Cap, you watched Batman and Robin twice, at least for your channel.
We're also uncanny and superior, so I think we should call it the Uncanny Superior Fearless Geekvolution.
And indestructible. What?
Oh, I'm sure there's
no comic news is indestructible. Okay, I'll add in my own adjectives.
Comic news, yes. I still think they should have. I still like my wife's idea for SpiderMan. I came to her. I don't think I've said this on your channel yet, so I'm gonna say it because it's funny. I told Sarah, I was like, so you're not gonna believe what Dan Slott's calling the new Spider-Man book. I said, it is the silliest thing you'll ever hear. She said, oh yeah, hang on. She said, I'm going to come up with a name and we'll see if it's weirder. I said, okay. And she looks at me and she says, the spontaneous Spider-Man. And I said, Sarah, compared to what it actually is, that sounds awesome.
No.
Like, ever since she said that, I want the book to be called The Spontaneous Spider-Man.
I'm calling it that from now on. Screw my titles.
This is how this new Spider-Man fights crime. Boo! I'm spontaneous!
Actually, you know what? Now that you mention... since you said that boo thing, and I've been meaning to bring this to everyone's attention.
Yes.
I was listening to a podcast the other day, and they do this... it's on earth2.net, and they do this segment called Grumpy Old Fans, where they'll review a book cover dated, that month, October 2012. Think Duke. And I'm on low sleep. And then they'll pick an old book from this time they did 1941. And they did this old Golden Age book called The Arrow. And it's a 60-page Golden Age book, so it had a bunch of these weird heroes that you'll never hear of, but they're all public domain. And I'm going to bring that up again in 5 seconds. There was this character called the Rainbow. I'm going to find a picture for you. He's insanely stupid. He literally fights crime by jumping out of bushes in front of gangsters and yelling boo.
That's awesome.
And you want to know one of the most memorable lines of dialogue they made?
Spontaneous!
Yes, you want to know they quoted him in one panel, and a guy's like, "Who are you?" And he's like, "I'm the guy who serves out pots of gold, the Rainbow."
Wow, that's got to be the worst tagline I've ever heard.
He's public domain. I want to make a comic with him.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
We are so convincing Manos to put him in Red Knight.
We need a new battle cry, chum. How about Spoon?
That's also spontaneous.
No, Tick. I don't know about Spoon. I think we should go with, I'm the guy with the pot of gold.
No, I'm the guy who serves pots of gold.
Who serves pots of gold.
The Rainbow.
Heart, stars, horseshoes. Anyway.
Have I made you... hold on, I almost found the picture. It's on my Tumblr.
Oh, I enjoyed everything about that. Thank you for sharing.
You will all enjoy this. Everyone here will enjoy this. And the sad thing is, I'm arguing if our next story is silly.
No, and that's what I meant when I said the silly
I
story.
know, but I was like, we have another story before that, Cap.
So there's a new superhero based on basketball.
Called the BrooklyKnight.
The BrooklyKnight.
No, it's BrooklyKnight.
Oh, BrooklyKnight. Okay.
It says Brooklyn and then it segues into night. See, it's clever. No, it's not.
No, now I get it. No, I get it. So the BrooklyKnight. Yeah. So the BrooklyKnight, it got a bunch. Here's the thing I think is crazy. This hero got created. It's Marvel, and Jason Aaron wrote a one-shot. I can't believe they got Aaron to do this.
Hey, Jason Aaron, we're gonna give you an extra $5. I'm in.
Jason Aaron writes this. Who drew this? It was I read this and I was really surprised, and I can't remember who it was. Hold on, because it was really
Mike Diodato.
Diodato drew this. Yeah, and anyway,
I didn't see the creative team. This is new to me.
Yeah, it's hilarious. So anyway, they sold or not sold. They gave this away at a Brooklyn game, right? And now there's books going around on eBay, and you can't find it for any less than $20. And people are trying to sell it. I saw some people with buy nows of up to $200 trying to sell this for really. And did you notice? Because I kind of wanted to try to get a copy and read. That was hilarious.
Someone find this and send it to the comic book vault. Do it.
Yeah,
I dare you.
Live in New York, and you can just get your hands on it for free, and you don't mind parting with it. Send me a copy.
I have a feeling no one's going to mind parting with this.
If it gets cheap, well, yeah, but maybe just for collectors, because they didn't make very many of them, and so even though it's
you're right. I didn't think.
It's worth a little bit, and that's why people are charging so much online. Did you look at the logo? It's Moon Knight.
Yeah, it is. It is. Oh, and also, I promised you, this is what the rainbow looks like.
Oh, boy. I can't wait. I gotta know. Wow. Wow, look at the fin on his face.
You know
He's
what?
got a fin, and his cape is attached to his ears.
When I was listening to the podcast, here's how they describe the outfit. It's like if they gave a grown man Robin's costume.
That's what I was going to say.
And also, here's another kick. I forgot to mention this. You know what this guy's motivation is?
It has something to do with rain, right?
No, it's the same as Kick-Ass's. This is Golden Age Kick-Ass.
Are you serious? He just said, I like reading about superheroes, so I'm going to be one?
Yes.
Oh, my God. That's great. I've got to get my hands
because
on
there are a few people who assume this. That blonde girl on the far right, that was gonna be Golden Age Hit Girl.
Wow.
Again, as far as I know, there's only one story with this random ass character. It was published by Centaur Comics.
Dude, let's see if in an announcer voice I can make the rainbow sound like dramatic and cinematic. Let's see, here we go. Here's the rainbow. No, you can't do it. Like,
yeah, maybe a Skittles commercial could do something with him.
No, because that would be gross. Taste the rainbow.
Oh dear God, you're right. I didn't think. I'm going. I need to take a shit for her.
Taste.
For all of your therapy, you can go fuck yourself because we're not paying for it.
Taste the rainbow, Duke.
See, this is why I love bringing you on my channel, because you'll never do shit like this on Geekvolution.
That's because we're uncanny and fearless. Well, I guess if we were really fearless, we'd do more things like we'd say more things like taste the rainbow.
I'm using this sound clip randomly from now on.
I'm creeping myself out.
Thank you. That means you'll stop, I hope.
I won't promise it. So anyway,
I can't wait when we finally do that comic book vault we talked about, and then I'm going to be this way, only I have to be censored.
Oh, I totally forgot we were going to do a vault. Yeah.
Well, that series isn't done yet, so. Okay.
Well, no. It can go on forever.
I hope not. I'm not liking it that much. I'm okay with it being a mini. That's all.
Wait, what series are you talking? No, I just meant the comic vault.
Oh, yeah. No, I want that to last until time ends. I'm talking about the series we're going to do.
Oh, okay. I was just saying.
Hold on. I'm getting called by someone. Hold on.
Are you broadcasting this live, Duke?
We'll be back right after these messages. Oh, wow, that was a great commercial I probably didn't edit in.
You know what it was for? It was for Skittles.
Oh, God. Don't. Why do you have to ruin things for me?
Taste it.
I'm so sorry I'm still not paying for anyone's therapy, but I do apologize for the therapy you'll need. I need it too. Okay. So I don't know what we just did, but we did it. That's the best way to describe it. We covered Marvel and whatever the hell.
And the BrooklyKnight.
The BrooklyKnight and the Rainbow. Oh God, did we unfortunately cover the Rainbow. Let's move to DC stuff. A big one that King has actually kind of requested. Well, I asked if anyone wanted me to mention something. The first thing he said was, Saga's coming back. And I said, that's not news. So I told him, anything else? Hellblazer's going away. Okay, we can talk about that. Yeah, they're canceling Hellblazer after issue 300 and replacing it with the new Hellblazer in the New 52 continuity that I don't think anybody likes.
Yeah. So, yay.
Yeah. Have you talked to?
I'm happy about this. You talked.
I kind of guessed. I don't think I'm not a Hellblazer fan at all. Even I'm kind of upset about this.
Yeah. Well, it's just we've got to make everything super mainstream, but also do it at the same time as.
What the hell? I'll take that later. That was some phone call.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's a number I've never seen. And I need to put this on vibrate. Hold on.
I was sitting here like, is there a pop-up ad somewhere on my computer? What's going on?
I'm sorry. It's the magic of how annoying an iPhone can be. Anyway, yeah. There's no reason for... Well, it's not like Hellblazer's been a ginormous sale. It hasn't.
No, it hasn't.
but it just seemed like one of those books that you weren't going to touch. You were cool enough to say, yeah, we're keeping that book alone. We have this different Hellblazer, but we're keeping the other one alone because we know people like it. They were like that all last year when they announced this, the New 52, and now they've gone back on that.
I tell you, Duke, their Constantine, excuse me, in DC is not going to sell any better than it did for Vertigo.
Yeah.
It's not. Because do you think that very many people that know anything about comics at all, except for folks that just don't know who Hellblazer is or really wet behind the ears readers that just would be indifferent to this news, do you think anybody is reading this and going, yay? Like do you think...
No.
Don't you think that the majority of comic readers are reacting the exact same way we are? Don't cancel these cool, smaller... pseudo underground, not underground, but these kind of smaller creator-owned things, like they're killing Vertigo all over the place. I think that if the trend continues, we won't have Vertigo a few years from now. It'll just be gone.
I hope you're wrong, man.
I do too, but what else do they have that they're gonna make sure that they don't cancel, right? I mean, they've already done this with other things.
Yeah, true. Well, let's see what we think. As long as Snyder wants to keep American Vampire going, that's probably not going to be tucked away.
Yeah, but they will beg and plead him to move it to 52.
That won't work. The only reason Constantine makes sense was because he came from that. That would make no sense to move it to the 52.
No, it wouldn't make any sense at all. But they've already done Vertigo-type titles in 52. Keep in mind...
But that's because... Cap, that's because a lot of those Vertigo titles started years ago before Vertigo was existing at all.
Yes, but...
American Vampire's not that at all.
No, I know that. But part of the point also of Vertigo was always to do more adult books that you couldn't do in the more kid-friendly DC.
I was going to get to...
people's ears! We don't have a kid-friendly DC anymore. You can do anything you want to in a mainstream DC book now. And if DC is not worried about creator-owned projects, but they don't care what gets put out, they'll have Vertigo-type books in DC all day long.
Okay. Someone's crying. I don't know where that crying's come from, but I'm sure it could... Oh, wait, that's everybody.
No, I don't mean to be so pessimistic. It's just look at the trend. I mean, look at how DC has been treating their creators in their 52 books lately. Yeah. They don't care about Vertigo. I mean, look at them. They've got a plan, and it doesn't include those kinds of books.
Yep.
Anyway, sorry to be such a downer. I'm just calling it like I see it.
See, not only is Captain Logan a lot more hilarious, he's also more depressing here. Everything's magnified with Captain. He's spontaneous.
I like to mix it up a little bit. I'm spontaneous. Like a rainbow.
Boo! Oh. Okay. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. I Spotify that too. Like the rainbow, I suppose.
Well, hold on. I screwed up on one of the links, but I'll talk about it anyway. I'm only human. Because a little behind the scenes curtain, I always just keep the list, and then when I make the new one, I just copy and paste stuff in it. Sometimes I forget to take something out. So what they're doing, as said by the headline, because that's all Cap can see.
Actually, you didn't send me anything.
I sent you the thing for the Justice League of America #1 thing.
No, I never got that.
It's with the rest of the links, but it's not. But anyway,
is it on Facebook?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were gonna send it Skype. I'm sorry.
I probably should have thought of it. Anyway, so we all know Justice League of America #1's coming. I'll check it out. Again, big Jeff Johns fan, but they're doing something unbelievably stupid. They're putting out 52 different variants.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did get those other links. Geez, I thought we were almost done. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. I will stop.
We'll never be done, Cap. We'll never be done.
Sorry. Go ahead. I apologize.
I'm gonna find that link for you while I'm talking because someone sent it to me. But yeah, they're doing 52 variants, and not you can't get them at every store. Some are store exclusive, but still, 52 variants. No, just no. That's so unbelievably unnecessary. But also,
I have nothing to add because I don't want to be depressing.
okay, thank you. You're a kind person for that. Anyway, yeah. Along with that, because along with this article, some of the books that they're putting out, because apparently we need to hold on to this magical 52 number.
Yeah.
They're putting out to go along with it because these two characters are in Justice League of America. They're putting out a Katana ongoing and a Vibe ongoing.
Okay, I got a question for you.
Go for it.
Which of these 3 books is going to sell better, Katana, Vibe, or Constantine? Because your guess...
Can I have a none of the above option?
yeah, precisely. And which of these 3 books will still be in publication this time next year?
None.
Maybe Constantine?
Maybe. There's one thing to mention. You know who's writing Vibe?
No.
Andrew Kreisberg, one of the creators of Arrow.
Oh, interesting. Okay. That doesn't make me want to read it more.
No,
Arrow,
and I hate to say this because she's hold on again.
Oh, and the Senti.
Sorry about that brief interruption. I had to be a little bit more quiet, so don't make me yell. Yeah, and the Senti. Nothing she's been doing for the New 52 has been good at all.
Well, and it hasn't been selling. More importantly.
Yeah. I mean, did you see Coolio's rant about Catwoman Zero? Coolio Vid's rant.
No, I didn't. No, I did see that, and it was hilarious, and he was entirely right. Yeah. I don't know why he bought that. Oh, he didn't buy that. He just read it, so that's okay.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
No, and the Senti, I think a lot of people were kind of excited when she got on Green Arrow, and then nobody liked it.
Mm-hmm. And then she got a Catwoman, and nobody liked it. And now she's getting a character that has nothing compared to any notoriety.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that when you got a character like that nobody knows who it is, you gotta sell it on the creative team, and she ain't gonna sell nothing right now.
No. So yeah, wait.
Imbo.
I hate you. And
Sorry.
No, I'm kidding.
Go ahead.
Part of me is like, damn you, but let's face it, I'm laughing. Yeah, I just I can see $5 is at least one of these 3 that we're talking about, Constantine, Vibe, and Katana. They're probably going to be on the next 50, on the next cut, along with hopefully like Red Hood in the Outlaws. And
oh, I know some people still like that book. I've not read it.
I to shut someone up who was like, oh, you didn't read it, so you don't know. I read the whole trade's worth of issues.
Oh, did you? Wow.
I never felt like I've wasted more of my time.
Goodness. Wow.
It was probably not for me, but I was just like, yeah, wow, making this point made me feel terrible.
So I'm sorry, back to Justice League of America. I'm not sure about this lineup of characters. I like the idea of Green Arrow on a team again. I like the idea of Hawkman on a team, and I like the idea of Martian Manhunter being somewhere other than where he's been. But Catwoman?
Yeah, more and more as I've been thinking about it, we don't need that. We just don't need that.
Catwoman? Here's how that comes off to me. Maybe this is unfair, and I might get some flack for this, but that comes off as we don't have enough really popular female characters in DC, so now we got to go to our pseudo-rogues.
Makes sense.
You know, I mean, here's the thing. Is the Catwoman book selling well enough to put her on a team?
I don't think so.
I wouldn't think so either.
I highly doubt it, yeah.
Not when they put Ann Nocenti on it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm just saying. They are making all these moves that make no strategic sense whatsoever to me. You know, it's like watching 3-year-olds try to play Risk.
But this sounds... First off, that sounds entertaining. What DC's doing isn't.
Yeah.
And I'm making my cousin's son do that with me next time I see him.
My analogy is that they're making random choices based on seemingly nothing. Mm-hmm. And not listening to people that have better ideas, most importantly, people that are writing for them, that are getting fed up with, with their choices and leaving their company. Anyway, I don't know. These are strange choices to me.
Very strange choices.
I'm not saying Catwoman can't work on a team necessarily. That's so against the grain to me. I don't know. It seems like an odd, like a really odd pick. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. So, want to move on to the next thing?
Yeah, sure, dude. Go ahead.
Jeff Lemire's taking over Green Arrow.
Yeah, I'm going to try that out.
Same.
Issue 17.
Mm-hmm. So hopefully we'll finally get a Green Arrow that doesn't suck. On comics and comics.
His big pitch for that is it's going to be more like 80s Green Arrow, so we'll see what that's going to be like.
And someone did mention this to me. Isn't he more the horror guy? He was doing Superboy, the ongoing before before 52, the new 52 happened. So he definitely knows not how to make comics that make you throw up. For those concerned.
Yeah, but also Scott Snyder has made Batman sort of kind of a horror comic. I think that you can do similar things with Green Arrow. I'm just saying that it can be dark. It can have some of those horror type themes and still feel like a superhero book. Snyder's done it well with Batman. Here's what I think is unfair about this, though. I'm excited about him on Green Arrow, and I'm definitely going to try it out. On the other hand, J.T. Kroll said he wanted to do something closer to the 80s stuff when he was on the book, and DC wouldn't let him. So I don't like that they're letting Lemire do whatever he wants to, but Kroll, who was on the book for a while and had some good ideas, got the shaft and then left the book because he was fed up with it. Like, that's not fair.
It's almost like they're 3-year-olds playing Risk.
It's like, yeah, exactly. But no, I'll try that. That might be great.
Yeah, totally. I need something. It'd be good to have, a good Green Arrow TV show and a good Green Arrow comic book.
You know what would be great? What? It'd be great to have good DC books.
You are a genius. And that is why I am raising your pay by 2%. You make 0, so get the math.
You know, Eric and I have been saying that the Arrow TV show, if that wasn't a TV show but was the pitch for New 52, we'd be reading that book.
Yeah.
Just saying. Like, if that was the 52 book and not a TV show, that'd be fine.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of sad that we're getting a better version of a character in a TV show and not the actual comic.
TV show? Yeah, when does that ever happen?
I know. Okay, so our next story, and this was Dan wanted me to bring this up. Hi, Dan.
Hi, Dan.
He's waving at his computer screen, and yes, apparently they're going to bring in Reverse Flash into the Flash ongoing. That's kind of cool.
That could be interesting, because am I incorrect in assuming that, or do we know, does Reverse Flash have his memories from Flashpoint? I
don't even know if it's the same Reverse Flash, because he died. Remember? Didn't he die in Flashpoint?
Did he? See,
I haven't read that series.
Okay,
so
sorry.
Someone told me he died recently. I'm like,
I'm such an idiot, and then I thought, I'm not sure. Well, if I don't know. I kind of wish if they were introducing him that they would kind of tie it around and maybe
hope.
But maybe I doubt they'll do that.
Whenever that Trinity War thing starts, we'll see if anything makes sense anymore.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Are you gonna read that?
Yeah, probably if Johns is on it.
I am gonna read it out of morbid curiosity.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm going. I love Johns. Don't get me wrong, but Aquaman's been great. I still like Aquaman. I still like Green Lantern, but I don't know. Things aren't the same anymore. I just don't know what. Oh, that's right. Everyone else is depressed over every other book.
And in the words of Red Letter Media, I don't like it when things are different.
Yeah. I thought, I don't know, the most famous words I always go with, what's wrong with your face?
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be a new Reverse Flash. Maybe if I read the article, I'd find out.
Did you know? I didn't read it either.
No, I skim through these when I do them.
Apparently didn't get everything on accident. Sorry about that.
No worries. We're only human. Well, wait, no, you're a cyborg. I'm losing track.
I'm only a cyborg.
You're a cyborg who needs a memory upgrade.
Hey, they're putting Jurassic Park back in the theater in April of 2013. Did you know that?
Let me get my plan book up. Plan made. Okay, so yeah, not nothing big, but But Dan kind of wanted us to talk about that, and it is something. Hopefully, it means what you were assuming. I don't know what it was anymore.
Yeah, I don't see how it's news if it's not. I mean, okay, so they're bringing in Flash's Rogues Gallery. All right.
I don't know what I do anymore.
It's not like we saw an article when it was when they finally introduced Clayface. Clayface being introduced in Batman. Yeah, because he's a Batman character. They're probably gonna do that.
I still remember One Face.
One Face. Okay, let's move on.
Okay, now this is the last DC thing, and this is probably major news, but I discovered this an hour ago, so I'm still not sure what I completely think of it. Vacant leadership position atop Warner Brothers slowing development of DC Comics adaptations. Basically, there's no one, in a big chair that's controlling that right now, and with the constant production of DC live-action adaptations we've been getting, I can't believe we're slowing them down even more. What? I don't think anything's organized anymore.
Here's what they need to do. If they're not going to have a plan, they need to stop sharing their plans. Because just after Avengers, they felt the need to put out a press release where they're like, we're going to do Justice League, and we're going to do Batman and another Green Lantern movie, and blah, 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 but we're going to do it reverse for Marvel. And, every time I hear news like this, and then I do a video on it or something, I come back months later, and I go, was that ever news? I'm not sure if that was ever even real, confirmed anything. You know what I mean? Like after a while, you come back and you're not even sure if what you saw was real.
Yes,
They need to stop sharing because clearly they have no idea what they're doing.
Stop sharing. You don't know what you're doing. Oh. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
What they're doing is they're panicking. They're going, oh my God, Marvel's making so much money. What should we do?
Throw something at them.
Yeah, while they're sitting around trying to figure out how to capitalize on this and cash in on it, Marvel's making, what do you call it, more movies.
Mm-hmm.
And DC's sitting around trying to figure out how to replicate that success. And what they really should be doing is just going to good writers and producers and directors and going, make us a Superman. Well, I mean, they're doing that, but make us a movie. And not worry, and then market it well, but not worry so much about what the other guys are doing. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like all they need to do to compete with Marvel is make some superhero films.
I don't know, man. That sounds like a risky idea.
Well, I don't think it is.
I don't know. So far, it hasn't worked out.
Well, but that's because they haven't given it to the right people a lot of the time. I mean, they've done fine with Batman and stuff, but I don't know. I just didn't think they had the right approach for Green Lantern, but all they have to do is look at what the trends have been and not make the kind of superhero movie we would have made back before we were making superhero movies.
You're a wise man.
And plus, they've done okay with with some of their non-superhero properties.
Yeah.
And they're kind of smaller guns and stuff. I don't know. I think that whole thing over there is really bizarre. It's like, oh, okay, so they don't have a seat. Fill it and get to work.
We burnt the seat down.
Maybe it wasn't comfortable enough.
I'd leave over that decision. Oh, this chair sucks. I don't want my job anymore.
Well, I apologize for my rant.
No. It's great to hear you complain. Okay, now. We went from that somewhat serious, complainy thing. Now we're just going to talk about My Little Pony. And someone locked my door from the outside. Okay, now this is big. This is kind of big news.
Oh my God!
The first issue of the My Little Pony, I think it's just a mini series. I think. Someone correct me on that, because it doesn't say here. It has sold over 90,000 copies in pre-orders. In pre-orders.
That's amazing. Now, everybody keep in mind that a really popular comic book is 100,000 gross right now.
Your big events do about 300,000 is all they do, because the comic medium is smaller, for print than it used to be. So like this is big.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and from an IDW book.
Blows my mind. You know what? I've been saying for 3 years that IDW is going to be more popular than anybody would ever imagine.
And that's because they have the... First off, if anyone had My Little Pony, they'd be seeing this result. But let's get that out of the way.
That's entirely accurate. I think that part of it has to do with IDW's more recent successes in the last year.
No,
I really
dude,
think
you do not know how big My Little Pony is, dude.
No, I get that, but Powerpuff Girls was also super big, and it's not like their comics sold like that.
It wasn't. No, I don't think compare. Which is hilarious because Lauren Faust worked on that show and she created this version of the show of My Little Pony. But this is My Little Pony. I can't measure how unbelievably popular this is. I think this has Powerpuff Girls popularity beaten spades.
I don't know that it does.
No, it does, dude. No, argue with me all you want. It does.
I think it's the same. I don't think it's bigger.
No, it's bigger. Trust me. If you comb the internet as much as I do, which is too much, you will understand. You would understand how, No,
I'm not seeing the same kind of market, the same kind of merchandising as I saw with Powerpuff Girls back in the
Exactly. Because this has a huge internet. Powerpuff Girls, because, the internet wasn't that big back then, didn't have that. This has the internet on its side, which scares the living shit out of me. Because when you have the whole internet on your side, scary things happen. So I'm convinced that this is definitely because it's My Little Pony. Friendship is magic, not just because I'm sure they're marketing this a great way. Don't get me wrong, they know not to screw this up. But if anyone was publishing this book, I think you'd get something close to this result, if not the same.
Yeah, I don't know. But the thing is, it's comics. It's so impossible to predict that. Because a lot of the time comics just don't sell because they're comics, dude. I don't care what you put on it. So I mean, like, I think that what that tells us is that most of the people that watch that show are comic readers.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know. I don't want to know what's inside these people's minds. So I don't. We're just going to drop this. It ordered a lot of. Whether or not it's going to sell all those, who knows? There's
but I mean, it probably will, sell most of those. But yeah, no, that's huge.
It's just the first issue.
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't, because if it's terrible and that community does not like it, I'm going to be afraid of the internet again. Because I'm making them sound really negative, but that's because they can be scary people if you piss them off. They hold this very preciously. It's like if they tried to screw up the tick, Cap. That's how I'm trying to get it to you.
No, I get it. I know what you're talking about.
Let's see. What would they have to screw up to piss me off? I guess, well, no, wait. Stargate's completely dead right now, so they can't really... They could do anything, and I'd be happy to see it around. And they always screw up Doctor Who, so, yeah, I can't... I don't have an analogy yet. Work on that in the comments for me. So, that was comic news. We ended on bronies again, damn it. And...
Again?
Yeah, during because this was big San Diego news when they announced the series was happening.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And I was when I announced it, I'm like, you brony sons of bitches. But yeah. So did we learn anything besides to taste the rainbow?
Well, that was going to be my go-to.
I had to stop you because. I think Scales is going to see a small drop in sales for some reason.
I think we learned that DC is entirely unpredictable. You don't know what they'll do next.
They're spontaneous. Spontaneous is the new go-to word. We've made that happen. You're a cyborg?
Yes. And I'm a cyborg.
So many things have happened. So I can't guarantee It'll be either calmer or more insane next week. It'll probably go one direction or the other. I'd like to thank Kat for joining me.
Hey, no problem. It was fun.
It was, yeah, fun's a good word to put. No, it was tons of fun.
And somebody get this helmet off my head so I can eat some tacos.
No, we told you it's company policy. You know what? I've had this analogy in my head now. It's kind of this experience is like when I read the first trade of Saga a few weeks ago, which is great. That's amazing. I can't wait to read more. But there's some imagery in that series that haunts me. You've read it, right? Have you been reading it?
I read the first couple issues. I haven't gone any farther than that.
Well, I think it's issue 4. And I've been sharing this with everyone because I want to share my pain. One of the characters goes to this planet called Sextillion, and he's welcomed by these giant heads with only feet. And it scares me. I'll find the page for you because it's the first page of that issue.
It is kind of frightening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the Taste the Rainbow thing is the equivalent of that. So that was comic news. I'd like to thank Cap for a second time because we're recording this bit over. Yes, we learned so much and so many terrible, horrible things and involving rainbows.
Yes, we learned about rainbows.
And that we'll never eat Skittles ever again the same way.
Oh my God.
I'm not stopping. You
the same way.
You can't take... I'm going to eat them with my eyes closed.
I will only eat them out of a bucket.
I don't know why, but that was funny. Okay. So you can check us both out on Twitter. Well, me and Cap and Manos, who usually does this show. And we're also on Tumblr, where it's like Twitter, only there are different letters in it. That wasn't as good as the first joke, but I don't care.
Batmobile when you blow things up. That one was better.
Fine. We all know. Anyway, Red Knight, buy Red Knight, 5 issues. You can get them all for, they're all $3 each. I believe if you order them all, if you don't have them all already, it's still $3 shipping. I don't know. I probably should ask him and have a pre-prepared note to tell you these things. But yeah, they're all available through his Etsy shop, through Primal Paper Comics. You can also, if you don't want to, send your money through the internet, you can send him a check or money order address to his P.O. box, and he'll send it to you, blah, blah, blah. That's probably not a respectful way to say this. Cap, talk about who reviews the reviewers.
Okay. Who reviews the reviewers is just about to start up. We've already chosen our 8 contestants, and they'll be turning in their first round review videos on or before next Wednesday. And hopefully the deliberations will start the week after that, and you should be able to listen to those live. We're planning on broadcasting, at least right now. We'll be broadcasting through YouTube, and so if you happen to catch it, you'll get to hear us talk about the reviewers while that's live. And the first round, they're going to be talking about product packaging. So that'll be really interesting. And also be sure to watch for Dan Torrey, because Dan will be our new 5th judge.
And watch out for me in the comments while I try to distract you from the deliberations.
Yeah, that's your job. That's your job. That's why we have you around.
Yes, I'm paid to do this in nothing. I'm paid to do this in Monopoly money.
Just like me. Thanks for that 2% raise.
It's great, isn't it? You can buy a whole new non-existent thing with that.
I'll see your 2% raise and raise you nothing.
That's so much more. Okay. Yes, definitely check that out. Speaking of Dan Torrey, though I haven't made a video yet. I'm on Milky Juice now.
Cool.
I hang out with Dan, Shades, Deadpoolzilla, and that other guy. Wow,
that's getting bigger and bigger.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we added another person. Oh my God, we're going insane. Yes, if you're wondering what they do, they basically do what this show does, except I'm not. Well, wait, I will be there now. What is the difference? Well, they talk about they'll talk about a certain topic. They do commentaries. They do top 5 lists about topics and all that. It's a lot of fun. I've loved the channel before. I'm glad to be a part of it. I hope, I can fulfill my duties as coffee boy, internet coffee boy. And I'm going to serve them with every piece of coffee is going to have a tiny little fun-sized packet of Skittles.
With a little bucket.
A little adorable bucket. And it's going to be...
It'll be adorable and fun size, and it will come with also a little shovel.
It'll be great. Hopefully they don't give it to small children.
Taste the rainbow, dude. No.
Taste the rainbow, Cap. I don't know what's happening anymore. So yeah, that's about it. That's about it. Hopefully next time, Manos will be here and we'll talk about stuff. Particularly, we both did go to Rift Tracks Live, like we said last show. So,
oh, cool.
We'll chat about that for a few minutes. We also have something planned. I have something planned that I wasn't going to do because I didn't want to make this go on for incredibly too long, and I didn't want to just set this on Cap. We're going to have a second rendition of Comic News Tweet Theater. And yes, it involves Rob Liefeld yelling at someone again.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Yes, we should ban him from that thing.
Wow, I'd love to get in on that action. That was fun.
Really? Hopefully. It's him against Ethan Van Sciver. We'll say that for later.
So you weren't kidding. He had really? All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're saving that for next week because I want Manos to be a part of it.
Yeah.
So you can have... I say next week. It'll probably be next year, knowing me. I haven't been too consistent, but I've been busy doing whatever it is I do. Oh, that's right. Cooking ramen noodles and getting rejected at parties, according to some letter I sent some guy. So until next time, I'm Duke.
And I'm Captain Logan.
Taste the rainbow.